Representative John Thompson and I partnered on the Philando Castile bill, which I'm a chief author in the Senate, and Representative John Thompson is the chief author in the House. And it's been named after a Black man that was murdered by police here in Minnesota. John Thompson being his best friend, who came up with this comprehensive bill. And this is probably, I believe, the most comprehensive bill that will target systemic racism in the greatest way in our state's history, right? And I wrote down some of the funds breakdown. There's going to be $70 million dedicated to African American arts, $50 million for DEED to invest in entrepreneurship through both training and financial assistance for the Black community. There's $80 million for housing stability. There's $30 million for 5 community centers in St. Paul and Minneapolis, St. Cloud, Rochester, and Duluth. There's $40 million for lunch debt forgiveness, which is important for our kids, right? There's $20 million for STEM access and training, and there's $10 million for urban agriculture. So those are just a few of the things out of the over $400 million bill, which we believe can do a lot to tackle systemic racism. So this is really important to our community, and I think would provide the greatest amount of support. Now, I want to just mention a couple of things. Racism is not something that just exists in our culture, right? It is both cultural, but it is largely economic. And I think the Philando Castile bill would affirmatively counteract the centuries-old economic prejudice that we've seen. It will allow Black people not only to build wealth, but they could build wealth specifically through home ownership, which we are greatly lacking in this state. It provides significant investments for Black community to develop Black leaders, to step into leadership roles within their community, which honestly they're already doing, but now it would just allow them to do so with the economic financial support by the state and the endorsement of the state.